Hi friends, welcome to my channel, and this is part third video in VCP7, which is Data Center Virtualization 2020. So in this video we are going to focus on how to deploy and configure VMware VCSA 7.0 step by step. So the first thing, we need to understand what is VCSA and why we need VCSA. So before VCSA is a new terminology which you can say it's launched few versions back with the uh, VMware vCenter server. So before the VCSA, we used to have a Windows server. On that Windows server, we basically install VMware vCenter server, and that server act as a VMware vCenter server. But now, few versions back, VMware released a virtual appliance, so which runs on the Linux platform, and its work as the same as a VMware vCenter works before. So now the VCSA is called a compact virtual machine or a virtual appliance which provides us the VMware vCenter server configuration and things. So in this demo, we are going to install the vCenter appliance 7.0 on our esxi host, which we have deployed in last video. So if you talk about the uh, what the vCenter server or VCSA provide. So VCSA basically provide a central management of your whole infrastructure from the single console. Like if you have a multiple esxi host in different data center, if you have a multiple data center across the multiple geographical location, you can add all the, you can create a logical container or logical folder in the VMware vCenter server as per your data center, and then you can add a multiple host on different data store, different data centers. So it's basically a central console for managing your all over infrastructure, which comes under the VMware um, uh, umbrella. So this is I have given a link here, so configmaxvmware.com. So this is basically a website which tells you what is the VMware can provide you maximum configuration. So if you see here, I'm on configmax.vmware.com. so this is the home page. So get started. So if I click get started, you can see all VMware product and its version, and then we have a last thing which is category. So if I select here vSphere, and then the version is 7 which we are going to deploy, and you can see the virtual machine, different things here. So if I select the virtual machine, you can see all the parameter here, like how much compute the virtual machine can have. Maximum it's going to be 256 gig virtual machines, and RAM, you can see it's around 6 terabyte of memory the virtual machine can maximum support, and swap size is also going to be a 6 terabyte. So you can see all the maximum parameter for the virtual machine. And if you want to see for the virtual server itself, so vCenter server, if you want to view the limit, it's going to show you the limit also. So you can have a maximum scalability of vCenter server up to for the objects in the vCenter domain for users and group, you can see, and also you can see the other details here. So if I go here and select the vCenter server maximum, so you can see the maximum what vCenter server support. So you can see host per vCenter, it support 2500 hosts, and the vCenter server scalability power on virtual machine per vCenter server around 40,000. And if you talk about the registered virtual machines per vCenter, 45,000. So you can see all the maximum supported requirement from the this website called configmax.vmware.com. So vCenter 7, or you can say the vCenter server 7 or vSphere 7 is a giant, basically, which support more than what you need in the real world. So this is what vCenter server and what the VCSA is. So let's get in the deployment now. So if you see, this is my lab environment. So the first machine which I have is our Win2K19 DC01. So this is my domain controller and DNS server. So if I go here and show you, so this is running Active Directory and DNS. So this is Win2Get19 DC01. This is my domain controller basically. And the second machine I got my Win10 console machine, which is basically my console machine to access the VMware infrastructure like a host or vCenter server. So if I go on esxi01, you can see this is my esxi01. So if I log in here, so this is basically a console machine which I'm using as a for the Chrome to access the my VMware infrastructure. And next machine I got my one esxi host in this video. So my esxi01, which having 32 gig of memory, and this is my domain. So this is my esxi host which is running VMware esxi 7.0, and you can see I have logged in here. So the next machine which we are going to deploy here, it's going to be a IN VCSA 01, and this is going to be basically our VMware vCenter server appliance version 7, and this is the IP address which we are going to configure. So let's do this. So I have already mounted the VCSA installation media in my D drives. So if you want to download, you can go ahead on the VMware, you can register for the free, and then you can download the setup for the evaluation version. So you can see I'm here on a CD drive and VCSA UI installer going to launch, and then I'm going to launch Win32, and in Win32 folder I got installer file, which is basically a exe file. So I'm going to run this file. So this file is going to show me multiple options. So we can do install, upgrade, migrate, or restore everything. So we are going to do install, since this is a new deployment. And if you want to have a watch the session where we can how we can upgrade the vCenter server from the any previous like 6.5 or 6.7 to 7.0, you can go on my channel and you can watch those videos also. And also I have video on Windows to Windows Server to vCenter server appliance video. You can watch that video also. So let's focus on this topic which we have here. So deploy and configure VMware VCSA 7.0. So I'm going to click on install, and this is going to give you the option. So this is, we are going on stage 1, which is deploy vCenter server. So this is going to deploy a virtual appliance basically on esxi host. So I'm going to select the stage 1, which is deploy, and then the stage 2, set up the vCenter server. So let's click next, and this is end user agreement. I am going to accept it. And you need to provide the esxi host or vCenter name. So esxi host, I am going to put my esxi host IP address, and then credential for my esxi host, and click next. It's going to give you certificate warning, so click yes, and it's going to ask you the name. So I'm going to call it IN VCSA 01, and the root password for vCenter server VM. So I'm going to type my secret password here, which is going to be basically a root password for my virtual machine, Linux virtual machine appliance. So click next, and we have different type of deployment size now. So I'm going to use the 10A since this is demo. So 10A is going to have a 2 vCPUs, 12 gig of memory, and this is the storage, and host is going to support up to 10. So I'm good with this, and VMs it's going to support to 100. So this is more than what we need for the lab. So click next, and this is now going to ask you the storage. So I'm going to enable the thin disk mode. So this is my one local storage which is available on esxi 01. So I'm going to click on next, and then it's going to ask you the network configuration. So I'm going to have a VM network which is available here. If I go here, you can see VM network is available, which provides the connectivity to my esxi host to the physical network for the virtual machine. So IP address is going to be static, and the FQDN I'm going to give it to IN VCSA 01.labshandson.com, and the IP address 192.168.0.103, subnet mask 255.255.255.0. The gateway is going to be 192.168.0.1, and this is going to be my DNS for the for my Active Directory server, and then I'm going to put my gateway address as alternative DNS. So this is the configuration which we require. Just click next, and this is going to be all information which we have just gone through, and now just click on finish. So this is going to deploy vCenter server appliance. So if you go here, you can see create virtual machine task is running on esxi, so it's deploying IN VCSA 01. So this is good. So you can see now the virtual machine is created. So this is going to take some time to deploy the virtual machine, and once this is done, we can move it to stage 2. And meanwhile, you can go ahead on your DNS and create the DNS record for this vCenter server. So I'm on my DNS server and new host record. So I'm going to put IN VCSA 01 and the IP address which I have provided there, so 192.168.0.103, and just click add host record. So you can see the FQDN has been created as the DNS. So this is good. So now it's going to take some time to get the deployment finished, and then we can move it to second stage. So now you can see machine is deployed and installing some component from the VMware. So if I go ahead and launch the console for this virtual machine, you can see the virtual machine is now booted, and it's got the information also here which we have given, like it's got the name of the virtual machine, like a host name, FQDN, IP address, and all other details. So the appliance is good. Now it's going to take few more seconds to get the deployment finished, and then we can proceed with the configuration, which is stage 2. So we need to wait for some more time here. So at the back end, you can see the VCSA is now got refreshed, kind of refreshed. So now you can see you have successfully deployed the vCenter server. So stage 1 is completed, so we are good. And you can also go ahead and access the virtual machine management interface now. So this is good. So click on continue. So it's going to launch now stage 2, which is configure the appliance. So stage 2, set up vCenter server. So click next. So it's going to ask you the host name and NTP server and all the details. So I'm going to put my NTP server here, or you can leave the default as a sync for the esxi time with the esxi host. So I'm going to leave the default and just click on next, and then we got the SOS option. So for the single sign-on domain, if you want to leave it like default, you can put it vSphere.local, and if you want to customize, definitely you can do it. So I'm going with the default one, which is vSphere.local, and single sign-on administrator password. So this is the main administrator password which you can log in by which you can log into vCenter server. So I'm going to set my password here. So if you have existing SOS domain, you can definitely join it. So I'm going to create a new, since this is a first vCenter server in my infra. So click next, and I'm not going to join this CIP program. So click next, and now we got everything ready. So just click on finish. You can review the settings and all details here. Just click on finish. So now this is going to ask you, so you will not be able to stop once it's continuous. So I'm good with this, so click OK. So now configuration is about to start. So you will see this basically installation and configuration is now going to take some time. It's going to enable the SOS, it's going to install and configure few prerequisite applications or the components which require vCenters to run properly. So this is going to take some time, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. You need to hold till time the configuration is finished. And meanwhile, if you go ahead and try to ping your VCSA now, it should be responding now. So ping IN VCSA 01. You can see it's now responding to the IP address which we have configured to appliance. So this is good. And now if you go on HTTPS and INVCSA 01 and go to 5480 port, you can see you can log into the management console of the vCenter appliance also. So vCenter server manager appliance. So currently the configuration is running, that's why it's going to ask you the credential. So if I put credential here, you can see the configuration is running. So it's going to take some time, and once this configuration is done, you will be able to log in and see the home page of this. So in case you got this wizard cancel, you can log into management console of the appliance and you will see this process is running. So this is good. So it's going to take some time now. So I'm going to monitor this wizard, and once this is finished, I'm going to resume from there. So now you can see the stage 2 is also completed. So you have successfully deployed vCenter server. So we can go ahead and close this, and now if you see, this is going to launch our let's try first to log into the appliance, and then we'll log into the vCenter server. So verify the appliance status and everything. So you can see VMware vCenter server management. So this is going to be logged in with the root, since this is appliance management. So when you log into appliance management, you will see this type of windows where you can see the host name and the type. This is vCenter server with the embedded platform service controller, and the product VCSA version and build other details, and single sign on domain name which is vSphere.local, and status is running. So you will see also have this health status monitor. You can monitor the disk, memory, network and everything. So this is going to be your vCenter server appliance management. And now if I go to INVCSA 01, you can see we got the vSphere client. So this is now available on HTML5 only, so I'm going to launch it. So now you can see it's redirected to the FQDN, and now we got the login screen. So administrator at vSphere.local, and then our password for the administrator account. So we are able to log in, and we got some warning related to lessons, so we can go ignore them. And now you can see we have successfully logged into our vCenter server appliance, and you will see version and all other details. So this is good. So this is all about how to deploy and configure vCenter server or VMware VCSA 7.0 step by step. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe me for more videos. And if you have any query, any question related to this, you can always post me my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.